when we last left our heroes.
He was running for his life from somebody who is quite literally invincible.
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's... Shia LaBeouf is an actor. He was in the Transformers movies that sucked so bad.
Wait, that's a dude's name.
Shia LaBeouf.
Wow, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
What has the world come to?
No. It gets worse. Do you know what the name Shia LaBeouf translates to? Thank God for beef. So of course it's a man's name. Because thank God.
As a side note, whenever people want to start using condoms, please do. Please, for the love of God.
Anyway, but there was a while back, somebody, really honestly don't ask me who, I will remember how to do this.
It does have like a weird timing to it compared to other Mario games. It's
does.
probably because it's the same button twice, because usually it's hitting Z/L. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, usually. The main thing is just, I think you have to hit it at the top of the jump instead of right before, like you have to with these guys, you know what I mean?
I think it's the top, and it almost feels like in some instances it's when you start coming back down like a tiny bit as well.
Yeah, sort of. Rip. Anyways, but they did a song that I will have to show you at some point later. That is basically someone's getting murdered by Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, lovely.
And that's really the only way to explain it.
As he's sitting at home going, crap, I can't use that way of killing someone now.
What, getting murdered by an international superstar Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah. I'm sure there's been like a super famous star that has killed somebody or tried to kill somebody.
Oh, there's been a lot. The ice skater lady. The Tanya...
She was a skater pal, she said, or she was a skater gal, she said, see you later, pal. You should be able to kill him well before he gets the chance again. Smacked him so hard it lowered the frame rate for a second there. That was beautiful.
Never smacked someone so hard. It fucked up the frame rate.
I mean, somebody's gotten punched so hard it knocked the highlights out of their hair, so I feel like that's possible.
He punched the highlights out of her hair.
Probably the best worst line in that movie.
Get wrecked. This is where I may run.
You attack with Mario and then use out of sight with Bo.
Oh, okay.
You are gonna want her for the boss fight, unsurprisingly.
And then just out of sight.
Yep. Much like with the Zelda games being like, how do I beat this boss? Probably with the item I got in the dungeon. With Paper Mario chapters, usually what do I use to attack this boss? The answer is the partner that I got in this chapter. But like I said, the Chapter 4 party member is extremely good, and no one will fault you for just taking them all the way to the end of the game. Particularly because I'm trying to remember who all is after them. I can think of two, and one of them is okay, but it's mostly because they're elemental. I.e. water good against fire, and then the other one's not that good. The last one you get really is not that great.
And so close to a level up.
Yep.
So I feel like naturally there will be no more enemies for the final boss battle.
Probably not. How would you look at that?
God damn it. I'm literally 3 points. That is so distressing looking. I really cannot emphasize how much I dislike what this thing looks like.
It's a heart. Slash butt. Slash heart.
I was gonna say testes.
Sure, that too. Yeah, I assume... Oh, there you can hear Soldier Thief. I assume those are supposed to be like the quote-unquote tubes that come out from the heart that deliver blood to the rest of the body, but yeah, it does just look like pubes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that, but now you just told me, so...
As a side note, if your testicles do look like that, please go to the doctor. Like,
Absolutely.
stop what you're doing and go to the doctor. My God.
Especially if they're moving like that of their own accord.
Yeah, and they have, you know, like, eyes and can talk to you. At that point, you might just need to go to an exorcist.
Yeah,
Maybe just forget the doctor.
Okay.
Alright, I'm not going to keep track of it, but for the record, this guy has 50 health.
Fun.
The big thing that he usually doesn't do too terribly much, but like with the hyper enemies, he can charge up, and if he hits you with a charge attack, then he'll do a lot of damage. Which is what you want Bo for, is to make sure you don't get hit by it. I think he was the person I was thinking of that does 10 or 11 damage with his attack.
Gross, I don't like that. Hey Ghost, you look quite tasty. I'm calling the police. Fighting makes me... I'm definitely calling the police.
She probably tastes like mint. She has the right color for it.
Now I'm really mad. So, the hundreds of your subjects that have been eaten by him wasn't enough for you?
Nope. It's impossible to avoid.
You just have to prepare for a bit, so just hang time.
I love the idea of like, hey, could you just like give me a second while I charge this attack and just be like, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, I'll just stand here and let myself get hit.
It has literally been 2 turns into this, and I've already lost track of how much health he's taken, how much damage he's done.
I think you've done 4 damage to him twice, so that would put him at 42. Of course, you attacked him with Bo, and Bo does 5, so that would put him at 37.
Yeah, so I guess that.
So around 37. So that'd be 33. $29.
This is truly one of the most thrilling boss battles I've witnessed as of yet in this game.
Yeah, it's not too terribly phenomenal, but it absolutely punishes players that are like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do as much damage per turn that I can.
Oh yeah. Wait, hey.
I mean, that still did pretty good damage, considering.
I mean, it really did, yeah.
I thought that was gonna be like 2, maybe.
They probably also didn't have him have any defense because they...
Bo.
Yeah.
Bo. This is really the last chapter where enemies will almost never have any defense except for like the clefts. Later ones will be like, yeah, this is gonna have 1 defense or 2 defense.
Yeah, you reduce that 0 damage.
Also, what are those supposed to be? They look like the...
They look like little horseshoes, don't they?
I was gonna say they look like the stickers you get that have like the lips that have the part in between them, like open lips, so they don't have anything in the center.
Oh, I'm hurting. I have to get out of here. Just gotta get out. Just gotta get right out of here.
So is that what happens when a heart has a heart attack? It's like, I have to get out of the body right now.
Wait, so legit, I don't get any experience from that? I don't...
Nope, you gotta go and chase him. I think if you actually do tattle him or have the peekaboo badge on, you can't... Well, you can get him to 0, but like... Once he hits a certain number between 0 and, I would assume, like 5 or 6, then he automatically ends the fight. But even if you get him to 0, you'd still have to chase him here.
Oh god.
Yum, eating hearts.
Because we all know that eating things... It doesn't send it to your stomach when it's your heart.
No, not at all.
There's no way to beat me. I thought the reason you put your heart in there was because it was vulnerable.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and just focus in the first place.
I'm pretty sure you were, you were at full star energy, so not sure why you did that.
Oh, not focus. I wanted to do the other one.
Well, too bad.
I remember how to do this game, clearly. I remember what everything's called. Ouch. Ouch. That's what I'm gonna do.
If he does do a charge attack, he'll blow like everything else will, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think he has a charge, though.
He probably did.
No, you just beat him, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He already kicked the crap out of the heart, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He only had 10 health.
Okay, so I think I just did HP, right?
You just did FP, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh no, with my heart and my body united, I'm not invincible anymore. Now I'm back to not invincible to Mama. That's so lame. I give up. Look, I'll get back all the ghosts say. That's not how eating works.
Well, they're ghosts, so they were probably still...
Then why eat them in the first place?
Because they tasted good. All of them. There you go.
I'm actually really sensitive guy trying to be eaten. I don't want to be invincible anymore. It means I have to make guys like you. That's weak.
And by sensitive, you mean someone that eats ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of hardcore.
Seriously, you're right. And everyone who got eaten has been returned safely. Hooray! But I guess I better tell everybody not to scare old Tubba Blubba anymore. Why? Now they have all the more reason. We used to love scaring Tubba Blubba night and day because he was such a coward. Is this y'all's fault? Is this y'all's fault that he's like this? God.
Well, I would assume in the realm of Mario, like, scaring somebody isn't really a crime. Eating them, however, very much is.
Yes. I've never felt so full of excitement before. And it was a good learning experience. I think I'd better experience more of the outside world. So I think I'll follow you until you die. I mean,
Until you also become a ghost.
You're so lucky. Yeah, lucky.
Hey, I like her for a character, I just wish she was better in combat.
Yeah.
Because Spook is pretty much useless, so... Hello, Bootler.
We got a star.
I like how his toupee is also his mustache.
Like, it's the same
They're
thing,
almost
just
identical,
upside down.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, are we just leaving, or...?
No, yeah, we're ignoring it. We didn't need him.
Okay. That's a shame, because he's probably the best Star Spirit in the game.
End of chapter. After solving the secret of the invincible Tubba Blubba, Mario and the party is set free. I forgot to read the name of the star.
Scholar.
Of course.
Yep. He wears glasses, so he must be smart.
I mean, he looks like a mad scientist, to be honest.
Based on his mode in Mario Party 5, that's not outside of the realm of possibility.
With Bo in tow, Mario and his friends are ready to take on their next challenge.
It's called Dealing with Peach.
Ew. Oh, hey, Twink. How's your week going? Your twink week. I'm having a stroke.
I mean, like, I get the idea for calling him that at the time because it's like, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So.
But, like.
And, like, congrats for anybody that just now figured that out, by the way.
It just didn't age well.
Yeah, no, it did not.
And I don't think there was any way they could have foreseen.
No. 20 years ago? No. Absolutely not. There's no way.
What if Mario suck.
What if Mario got hurt? Who cares?
If he won, everybody would be pissed as hell. So let's go piss him off even more. And they really just don't do anything about this secret passageway. Just not a damn thing.
Nope.
Excuse me. There we go.
Oh yeah, this one.
Explain that again. Slowly. You dumb fuck.
Very slowly so that this thing will have time to turn around.
Yep. And we clearly can't hear that grinding and scraping sound.
Nope.
At all.
No. And apparently Kami Koopa also can't see it.
Nope.
At least Bowser's facing the wrong way.
Her glasses.
She can't see anything without her glasses. Or with her glasses, for that matter.
Nice toy box. I like toy boxes. I'm not satisfied just having him beaten up. I want to humiliate him instead. Oh, Bowser, that's a whole other realm of weird shit. Goddamn. Find out what Mario hates and embarrass him. Well, I'm pretty sure he hates having Peach kidnapped, so like...
Yeah, so
you're
mission
already
accomplished.
ahead. How are you surprised? How are you surprised?
What's wrong with those guards? Oh, there's several theories.
Different scene than the other side of. Oh God. So, Princess Peach, what is Mario's weakness? Yeah, let me just tell you that.
Which one of these things does Mario hate the most? A Goomba, a Clubba, or a mushroom?
I hate mushrooms.
So do I. There's the gross. A Fuzzy, a Hammer Brothers, or a Thunder Rage. Which is the item that does 5 damage to everything. A Pokey, a Koopa Troll, or a Super Soda.
Sure, let's go with that.
I mean, if I were Mario, I wouldn't like a Super Soaker. He is made of paper.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna give him a bunch of mushrooms and other good shit. King Bowser's ordered this, so I have no choice but to obey him. My tactics are brilliant. We will witness the end of Mario.
Well, not really, because you're up here.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how you're witnessing any of this.
Yeah.
Take Princess Peach back to her room at once. Yes, ma'am. Oop.
Like,
No, not again. But you got the info you wanted, though. So, like, in the long run.
yep. And that's it.
Thank God.
For better or for
That was
worse,
one of the shorter ones.
yeah, for better or worse, most of the segments in this game compared to 1000 Year with Peach are a lot shorter.
Oh yeah. Although I didn't hate the ones in Thousand Year Door as much as I am not a fan of this one. Like there was more.
Actual, like, moving around and, yeah.
Yeah, well, and the landscape was more interesting, and I don't know, like castle, weird sci-fi base type thing.
That ends up being on the moon, spoiler alert, yeah.
Exactly. Hello again, Mario. I knew you could do it. I don't know how to thank you.
Give me your ability.
Give me power. Now I
Ah.
can help you. Ah, I love that little. Ah. Star energy goes up to 3. I can now use Star Storm. I can attack all enemies.
Yep, for
Love
7
it.
damage each.
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably the best one in the game.
I have a bit of bad news. Unfortunately, Bowser's life force seems to be getting stronger all the time. Then why don't you guys kill him? Most likely, it's the
Kill
Star
Bowser.
Rod that's giving him more power. We're not even sure if he's noticing or not, but there's no question that it's making him stronger than before, which will end so well
Yep,
for Mario.
absolutely.
We will have to be much more careful in the upcoming trials. So... Please keep it a secret that I got lost in Forever Forest. No, I will tell everyone I know.
I mean, you actually got away from your captors. I feel like you've done a better job than the other two.
I mean, yeah, like, you were already at least 2 points ahead. Alright.
Alright, let me make sure before we leave. Yep, we did get both of those. Okay. You can go ahead and head back. Now that we've got that, I'm gonna start... We'll probably spend at least a little while going over all the areas that we went through before that you didn't have the ground pound for. But we've gotten everything in Gusty Gulch, and I think we got everything in Boo's Mansion, but I know we missed at least one in there.
Yo.
Just hold down the A button for longer. You're just tapping it, that's all. Like, if you barely tap the A button versus holding it down, there will be a jump difference in height.
I'm also having difficulty distinguishing where the square is.
Oh, I just checked the square shadow underneath it.
Yeah.
Also, like I said,
can't see it, I'm colorblind.
Also, you did miss the star piece in the mansion.
Oops.
At least one, I can think of.
To the mansion.
Alright, so I know you got one that was next to the couch in this front room.
Yes.
I'll just go in order here. So, go ahead and go to the back left room.
Mansion.
Yep. I think you already got the one in here.
I wanted to say yes, I did as well.
I think it's a little bit farther north of where you're standing right now. I think it's right about there.
What is happening?
Yeah, you already got that one. Okay.
Oh, am I supposed to?
Yeah. So the other one is in that thing of boxes right there, so you have to fall down to get
got
it.
it.
I don't remember if you got that one or not.
I thought that I had.
I do not remember.
I get up there by going this way, right?
We'll assume so. There is another one in here as well. Nope. I think it's next to that ghost back there. Yep, it is. It's just in front of him.
I was doing so well.
Yeah, okay, there's one. Alright, so that leads you to the shop. So I think you have to actually go back to that door. I think it's in the other room. I think you fall down through it. Like, not here, but if you go up the stairs and then take the door on the right. Because I believe you had to do that after you got the boots the first time you came in here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you already got that one. Let's see. Already checked that one. The room where you found the record. There should be another one that's in the middle of the carpet. Which I think is, yeah, this floor, and I think it's the last one, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I think you play the record in that room. Yep, it should be in the middle of that carpet. Yep. Alright, that's all of them in Boo's Mansion.
Nice.
So unless you want to pick up anything at the shop, we can head out of here. Do you have a live stream on you? I don't remember if you do or not.
I think I do. Oh, that also reminds me. There was one that I didn't have enough to do when I wanted it.
Alternatively, you can also wait until we get back to Toad Town, and then there can be other options there too. Yeah, you do have it on you. Okay. And once we get back to the town, there'll be a warp that we can use to get back here. Because I think it's actually right. Yeah, it's right there. So instead, it's your favorite enemy.
Geek.
Question, if you had wings and you were trying to avoid the fuzzies that could not fly, why didn't you just fly through the forest? And don't even give me there was the too many trees in the way spiel, because the path doesn't have any on them, and it's more than enough room.
So, he only did 1 damage with that jump, so that means
he does have defense. So Paracarry is probably going to be your best option. Because Goombario will do 1 damage as well, and the other 2 will not be able to hit at all.
He is a small target.
He's a small child.
That's fair.
Our group is small. You're small. Defense up. 1 or 2.
I pray to the stars to give me the power to kick this small child's ass.
Wish granted.
Thank God, why didn't you ask sooner? Ouch. Rude.
War of attrition. Good news is this is like 1 screen away from the mansion, so you could just go and heal right after this.
Yeah.
War of attrition! God, it is like a desperate situation in Earthbound where you're just completely out of HP, you're out of magic, and you're like, fuck it, we'll just pray. What's the worst that could go wrong? And then you get diamondized in your entire party and game over, and it's like, oh right, I forgot praying could fuck you over.
Oh God.
Yeah, praying's like the worst ability in Earthbound. Like, it could give you like a small amount of health, or it could kill your entire team.
Of course.
It could literally just straight up diamondize your entire team and kill you.
Because those are reasonable things. Alright. Dimension! Back to full health.
How many star points did he give you? Like 20?
He gave me like 23 or so.
That's not bad.
I'm at 49. Full health.
I don't want it. Look, I saw a block and I had to hit it, okay?
Didn't have one.
So the good news is getting out of the forest is much easier than going through it, because all you have to do is just pick a wrong path and it will kick you out.
This one. That was the second.
I mean, you just have to do it a couple times, essentially. You can also skip them or fight them, up to you.
I do like that once you hit 100%, you don't have to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's true. The same is also true for the flee command, actually, is if you get it to 100, it'll just stay there.
Probably got like 1 health left.
Yeah, I think he does.
Worth it though, if it doesn't steal another one of my health.
Because they have 6 and you did 6, but he stole 1 from you, so he would have been a 1. I don't remember if it's this one or 1,000-Year Door, but there's one type of fuzzy that you have to mash A to get them off, and they'll keep stealing health until you get the bar filled up completely.
I think so, yeah.
It could be both, honestly. I really don't remember.
I just remember they're obnoxious.
Yeah, they're very bad. It's actually funny because in the Mario universe, there's 2 enemies that are called Fuzzy. One of them is that one, and one of them is from Yoshi's Island, where if you touch it, it makes you dizzy, and it looks like a condom.
Beautiful.
Oh, never mind. That's the ones that have the little puff balls that, again, kind of look like testicles.
Lovely. Get him.
Probably 5. Good guess.
Murder. I feel like I need more star points for that. That was awesome.
You only got 1 for each enemy.
Yeah, right? I understand why they do it like that. I understand why, but also...
I know you picked the right path. The quote-unquote correct path that time, because it had a bunch of mushrooms on it.
Yeah, that was also the one that I just came out of.
Oh, well, that also might have had something to do with it, too. Yeah, I bet if you check that sign, it's going to be like, you're now in the forest. Yeah, so now you go the way you came, and it'll take you back to Toad Town.
Beautiful. Not you. Could kiss the ground. Yeah.
Mario just walks up behind him and kicks him in the back of the head so he face plants. There you go. Kiss the ground. She's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, no, that was my favorite frying pan. Shy.
Why would you do this to me? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to find him. I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. Basically, a bunch of stuff around Toad Town is gonna get stolen by the Shy Guys.
Unfortunately.
For example...
Get your hands off my calculator! Rip. Hey, does that mean it doesn't calculate sales tax now?
It means you can't have the badge store open. Thanks, Hajime. The one that's hopping around in the garden, you can get him. You can also get that. You just jump on him or hit him with a hammer. You just wake up, he's back. Just dancing on your bed.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
It's going. Yeah, your body and soul are fresh. Go kill the Shy Guys.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you can kill the one that's in the garden right there as well, and give her the seed that you got from Fervor Forest. Do I get star points for doing that?
I should. Oh, thank you. The flowers give you that thanks as well.
Oh, that's right, because you had the one from Dusty Gulch as well, or Dry Desert, or whatever it was.
You know, that one.
I don't like Chapter 2, I'll be perfectly honest. I do not care for it. It's not as bad as Boggly Woods, but I still don't like it that much. I love Chapters 3 and 4 so much more than it.
I think Chapter 3 was pretty good. Because that was the Boo one, right?
Yep, that was Boo's Mansion / Gusty Gulch / Tub of Blubba's Castle.
I really liked Tub of Blubba's Castle.
Castle. I like his casserole. Had a dream last night. Da, 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 da. Keep going around the da, 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 da. So what this wants you to do is, in theory, go back to Dry Outpost and run around a palm tree. But the thing is, if you know the solution to the puzzle, you actually don't have to go back there.
Okay.
So the solution is go into his house, and then ground pound 3 times. Anywhere in the house, doesn't matter where.
Spectacular.
Yep. So then you get quick change. It costs a lot of badge points, but it's the badge like in Thousand Year Door where if you have it on, you can switch party members and the party member still gets to attack or do whatever. But it's like 7 or 8 BP, I think. No, it's only 4. That's not bad. It's right there. They probably upped it from this game in Thousand Year Door is probably what I'm thinking of. Probably your best bet's to sacrifice Close Call, I would say, because you haven't been using it that much.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in danger, but even when you have been, it hasn't activated that much, so...
Sweet. Nice.
I'm just going in order for what the guide has right now. Alright, so next is the sewers, which is getting the shortcut back to Boo's Mansion. If you're playing along, now would be a phenomenal time to quit feeling fine, because the enemies you're about to fight love to make you dizzy. So yeah, you'll ground pound that little board thing that was back there. And then go left. Of course, you can't go right now because you don't have the party member necessary for it.
Okay.
Dark Koopa.
Sounds like fun.
I was gonna say, you should still be able to damage them with bow right now because they're flipped over so they have no defense.
Oh, okay. That did not go well. That's okay.
I actually do not remember offhand how much health these guys have. I want to say it's 8, but I'm not 100% sure. That guy gave you 4 times the amount of star points that a Piranha Plant did. So yeah, that move would normally make you dizzy for about 4 turns. And they can often just completely stun lock you with it because they'll keep doing it over and over. So they'll stun you for 4 turns, and then you'll be like, okay, 1 more turn of being stunned, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore, and then they'll stun you again, and it'll reset the counter. Yeah. The only upside to having to deal with being stunned like that is they can't get your party member with it, and so your party member can still attack. You can actually test it right now if you wanted. You could use Starstorm. And if they survive it, then they've got 8. If they don't, then they have 7 or less. I think it's going to be 7 or 8, though. Yeah, I think it's 8.
Nice combo.
Yep, it's 8. Not bad for money either.
Right? Oh, god. Stop it.
Yeah.
This doesn't make them fall, right?
It does. It knocks them onto their backs. If it's timed correctly. If not, then it won't. But if it's timed correctly, then yeah.
Get him.
Hope those guys weren't your friends.
Rip. I mean, I know there were 4 of them, but that's not bad.
Yeah.
And frame has a stroke. I'm glad I wasn't standing there anymore.
Yep, let's go ahead and hit that. And hop in. Plus, it'll also mean the heart blocks right there, too. Also, I don't know if you saw it, but it did tell you that the spell's power ended, so you need to go refresh that. Which makes me wonder either A, I got in a lot less fights, or B, it just didn't activate as often, because I don't think it's time-based. I think it is dependent on how many times it activates in battle before it goes away.
Puzzle I'm supposed to
I think you can solve this puzzle right now. There's a couple of hidden blocks that you need to push the blue block underneath and then hit it, and that will make a platform that you can jump across to the other side. I think there's probably 2 on the ends and 2 in the middle, if I had to guess. No, maybe just 3 total. You had it lined up on the up-down axis. Like, where that block is, that yellow one, it's going to be to the left or right of those, but it's not going to be, like, farther back or farther forward relative to the camera.
So, like, there?
Yeah, it could be there, it could be 1 to the left, could be 2 to the left. Because even if it looks like you can't make the jump, remember, you can just use paracarry and fly over it as well. So it's probably going to be 3. I think it'll be those 2 and 1 right at the edge.
That was just poor depth perception.
The thing is, based on this reward, is I think this is actually something you cannot use right now. Because I believe you have everybody upgraded currently as far as they can go. You can double check by hitting it, but I'm pretty sure you do.
No, I do.
Yeah, so you'll save it for another day, then.
Another day.
You have the puzzle solved at least, and I don't think the hidden blocks disappear.
Now we go back to refresh the thing, and that's at the guy's house, right?
I don't know where you're going. Yeah, that's at in the chapter 2 area, so go left from here. And I believe it's the middle pipe. Nope, my mistake. I'm pretty sure it's left. I think that's Goomba Village. Yep.
Yes, indeed.
It's weird because they're not in order.
That is
I mean,
very odd.
They are. Like I guess they technically are in order, but they go from right to left, which is what throws me off.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, go 1 screen to the right. That's the tree you technically have to go around 3 times for it to give you the hint of quick change. You're probably gonna activate a cutscene by doing that.
Or not.
No, it didn't quite. You didn't quite go 3 full rotations. You were really close though.
No.
And then go behind the boxes there.
There it is. Okay. Hey.
Good thing the correct one was the top one. Otherwise, you would have gotten the easy course.
Alright. Oh. Alright.
So at this point, it's basically on the guide saying like, "Hey, this is where you need to, this is where you need to head to go to the next chapter." So we're gonna do Star Piece collection, so you get a bunch of different badges. So, starting with the Goomba Village area, which technically this is Junior Troopa's playground, but like it's pretty much part of Goomba Village. The first one I know we got because that's the first one in the game. The second one should be if you go back where that gate is back there. Oh, and you can also talk to that guy and get one.
Where's my dude?
What ability does Goombario frequently use? Jump's not an ability, for the record. That threw me off the first time, where I was like, well, I used jump more than tattle, so I would assume jump, and then it was like, oh, no, you're wrong.
No, I was gonna say it's like head bonk or whatever, right? Or
I mean,
is that Goombella?
Yeah, it's Goombella.
I think that's
Goombella has
Goombella.
head bonk and multi-bonk. But to me, an ability was like, it's something that you can use, and I'm like, well, you can use both of those? I thought it actually counted which one you used more, and I was like, well, I used jump more, so... So there should be a... Oh, those guys aren't going to be a threat. They only have 2 health. There should be a heart block at some point next to a spring, and the Star Piece panel will be in front of that. Watch it actually be Headbone. Yeah, it is Headbone. Oh, Charge! That was his other ability. I was like, I don't remember what his third one was. Yeah, it's Charge, which is completely useless, and you would never use it.
I didn't get anything for that.
Nope. You got some money.
Okay, you said a spring?
There'll be a spring and a heart block, yeah. You may have to go a little bit of a ways. I think it's near where the actual veranda crashed at the beginning of the game.
Probably.
I think in 1,000 Year Door, regardless of, like, even if you fight the easiest enemies in the game, they still give you a star point at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be around here. Oddly enough, I don't think it's underneath that block up there. I don't think it's underneath that gray block. No, it's not. Yeah, it's another upside to having Paracara Bow in the party, is that will happen. There's probably an invisible block where that thing was.
Where what thing was?
The gray block that you just smashed.
Oh.
That you're not going to be able to remember anymore where it was.
Nope, no recollection. 0. Nada. Oh, hey!
Well,
Nice.
you can't claim you knew where that was, because you already claimed you didn't know where it was.
Yeah, no. I did not know what that was, even remotely. Alright.
Alright, so that's all for playground area. Okay, that's easy enough. Goomba Village only has 2, and I know you got one of them because one of them is giving the doll back to Goombario's sister for one of them. Squish.
See, and the unjust thing is that if they even just gave me 1 star point for beating these guys, then I would have had a level up in it already.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess that means somebody could also technically in that area grind to level 30, like before starting chapter 1. Alright, so the other one is still here, by the way.
Still there.
Yep. That's why I said there were 2, but you already got 1.
I thought I just got the second one.
No, that was Junior Troopa's Playground, not Goomba Village.
Okay.
The other one is if you go left. It's right where you crash at the start of the game when Bowser knocks you out of the tower.
Over.
Again, this is why I recommend Paracarry or Bow, because since they're flying, they're not technically touching the ground at all, and so you'll never have them get stuck like that.
Swear Goombario, I am sending you back to your parents.
Send him back to gay baby jail.
I also feel like, though, with Bow and with Para, it's harder to ground pound, as weird as that sounds.
I don't think that affects it, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it shouldn't, but I feel like, I don't know, like they're higher up, and so it's harder for me to estimate when I'm supposed to hit the button again.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Alright, so Goomba Fortress, at this point you can just walk, like you would be doing the game normally, you just go through there. You can also grab a Goom Nut if you want, since that's the only place to get them. They locked you out.
Give me the nut. Gross.
Hey, you're the one that said it.
I know, and I regretted it instantly.
I like how you're like gross like I said it, like, no, that was you.
I'm aware.
I do not have the capacity to project what I'm thinking to other people and force them to say it. And that's probably for the best. Because then all I would do is just find people I don't like and make them keep insulting themselves.
It's the equivalent to why are you hitting yourself?
Yep. I guess you are also slowly but surely charging your star gauge again, because every time you start a turn. Also, I don't know why the desktop notification did not pop up, but Aura, thank you for the subscribing at Tier 1 for 20, I think that's an 8. Ow, my back! 28 months. Congratulations on beating the Junior Troopa. The one singular one, and for that the world will be forever grateful. Alright, so there are 2 here. 1 should be in that tree, but I'm pretty sure you already got it. You can hit it just in case. Just make sure. Yep, already got that one. And then the other one is after, yeah, it's after that little bridge across. And there's a panel in the top right area. Nice. And that's it for Goomba Fortress. Toad Town's obviously gonna have a shitload, and we can't get all of them, but we'll get as many as we can.
We can very much.
Yep. Words are mocking me, I need my dictionary. Also, yeah, the stores are closed as well, because they can't... Actually, you might be able to open that store up right now. The one that the guy's out in front of. I think there's a Shy Guy in there, and if you just go and hit him with the hammer, he'll get... yeah. I don't think you can get into the second shop, but if you do need anything, you can at least unlock this one by just hitting that guy.
Oh no, Corby! Get out of here. Hey, how's it going?
As thanks, you can now still shop here. The price is exactly the same as they were before.
out of the way, because we want that stuff later for the cooking lady, right?
Yeah, I think you'd probably be fine to keep everything else. Alright, so the first one is go back to Merlin's house and hit the tree that's next to it. Yep, that one, right there. You may have already gotten this one, but I'm bad about keeping track of the ones in Toad Town. Alright, go back to where you were. There's a star piece in front of the dojo, and by in front of it means, like, towards the camera. Like, right about there. It's gonna be to the right. It's got pictures along with where the locations are, so yeah, it's gonna be about right there. Okay. In front of the guardhouse next to Forever Forest, with the guard that's freaked out by the ghosts, there's one there. Gonna be towards the camera slightly. You're too far towards the camera. There you go, nice. Let's see. If you keep going south, there's one in the lower right area of the train station. It's after the actual tracks, and then just take a hard right. And it's still on the actual... I mean, that's not cobblestone, whatever you want to call the ground.
Brick.
We'll go with brick, yeah. It's somewhere in that vein. Okay. You can also kill the Shy Guy in front of the train if you want to make the train, quote-unquote, start working. After you beat Chapter 4, all the Shy Guys will leave regardless, but if for whatever reason you wanted to take the train rather than taking the warp, you could do this. There you go.
Yeah.
If you go up one and then to the left one, which is where the pier is. I don't think we've been to the pier yet, have we?
Nope.
Well, once we go there, it's going to activate a cutscene with everyone's favorite character.
Mario! Twink. Good to see you.
Heil Hitler!
Found out that you defeated Zubba Blubba! I knew you could do it, I just knew it. Very relieved. Oh yeah, I got more information about him. Have you heard of Shy Guy's toy box? Well, if I hadn't, then I sure as hell have now. Was that all you were gonna tell me?
Yep, that's it. Heard of Shy Guy's toy box? No. Well, the Star Spirit's there. Great, that's helpful.
Thanks.
The star, it's somewhere. Yeah, it sure is. Alright, so, keep going to the left. You should be able to take, like, one more, panel to the left, or one more screen, rather. Yep. And then it is in front of the quote-unquote club here, a little bit more to the left. It's about where that red toad is. Yep.
Nice.
That one we can't do yet. That one we can't do yet. Okay, so that's all for Toad Town. There's a couple ones you can get from giving people back their things that the Shy Guy stole, but that's actually in Chapter 4, so we'll skip that for the time being. And then the last one we need a party member that we don't have, so we'll skip that one for the time being. Shooting Star Summit, there's a couple, so we'll head there.
And that's up by the castle.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to say we'll skip that one, and then we'll do it last in the set, because if we do that, then you'll be right where you change them for badges, and so you won't have to walk as far.
Okay.
We already did that one in Toad Town Tunnels, Pleasant Path. Did that one. Alright, so Pleasant Path is going to Chapter 1, so take a right from here. Alright, so there's one that you get with Cooper that I know we got. Might not have gotten that one, and then there's a couple panels that we need to flip. No, that's actually someone's laundry hamper. I know, because I've seen it before. It sounds like one of those children's, like, the big trucks that have the tiny-ass battery that lasts for, like, all 3 seconds. Yeah, you have
straight up killed him.
Yeah, you have that first attack badge on that. If an enemy's weak enough, you just outright kill them.
Well, and I didn't do that for the last one, and so I was just sitting there saying, I wonder why, but it's probably because that one was singular and the others were...
Yeah.
There was more than just one of them.
Did you get first attack on them?
Yeah.
Interesting. There's one that's in between those 3 dudes. Yep. I told you it was gonna be a problem.
Sell you a Satan for 1 corn chip. I remember you.
You're already at full.
I'm aware, but I'm having a good time.
Sorry, that's not allowed here.
Absolutely not.
Alright, so there's one there where that guy is that ambushed you. And now we kill them all!
Murder!
Nope.
It's not like I'm, 4 away from another level up or anything.
Nope. Again, it was right where that guy jumped
Oh,
you.
it was right where that guy... Sorry, I got distracted complaining. Okay.
Clearly you're not as practiced as me, then. And then there should be one more if you keep going. It's like right before the castle. I'm not 100% sure if we got this one or not, but I figured I might as well check. It should be in that tree right there, if we have not gotten it. Which makes me think we have, but I know I also was not keeping track of them in their earlier episodes, so I can't say with 100% confidence that I did tell you to hit the tree or not. Boink. Mario just comes out of Pleasant Path and just has a bunch of holes in his hat.
Yeah.
And squish.
This is for vengeance. He's back, and this time he's mad.
That's like old YouTube. That's like when I started YouTube. Yeah, okay, so we already got that one. So that is it for Pleasant Path. Goomba Village.
Would it be faster to just use the beat?
That's gonna just take you directly above where you are right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was the tube back to the...
No. That takes you to, there's like that little outcrop that's up there. It takes you to a badge, which you already picked up that I think was either an HP or an FP plus, and then you just fall back down to where you were.
Y'all are both very rude. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it needs to be said.
They'd like to speak to your manager.
Yes.
They don't have the hair necessary to be a Karen, but I do feel like the sunglasses are a little Karen-ish.
Oh yeah, the sunglasses get extra points. Also, I feel like if you get damaged in a fight, you should get the experience or whatever. Like...
Get XP for being damaged?
Because clearly, if it's a fight, that's enough of a challenge that it damages you, then you should get some experience.
Yeah, the problem is people would just intentionally take damage to get EXP by doing that. You would just like be like, yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my health all the way to 50 and then just take 49 points worth of damage before I end the fight.
Okay. Where am I going now?
Goomba Village. No. But it's more fun to let you just wander around. Like with that one thing where I kept having you hit it with the hammer over and over while I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Good times. I should do that again at some point.
God.
Alright, so one of them you already got, I'm pretty sure. The other one is where there's 3 red bomb-bombs. It should be next to them. Yeah, just to the left of them. Bingo. You can go ahead and double check, but I'm pretty sure we got this one. It's on the far right of the village. It's the one where you have to push the blue block back into place. And the first time you do it, you get somebody their shell back, but then after you leave and come back, it gets replaced with a star piece. Yeah, that block's empty, so you already got it. If it was anywhere, it would be there. As soon as I'm done throwing around everything in the incorrect spots... There we go. Mount Rugged! Which well, I don't know, it'll be about the same distance to take the warp versus not taking the warp. Because it is specifically Mount Rugged and not, Dry Outpost, which I guess we could just start with Outpost and then go back. Where are you going?
I don't know.
The warp to get to Dry Outpost was right next to the warp you took to get back there.
Let's just go ahead and establish that I am completely and utterly lost at every point.
I was going to say, you're about to skip it again, so...
Okay. This one? No, that's Goomba. No?
No, you got it right.
Yeah, point.
Alright, so if you go up onto the roof on the right, like one screen to the right from here, and then go all the way to the right. Ooh, you can talk to that guy and also get one.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
I would have us go through all the different quizzes, but the problem is some of them don't unlock until you complete certain chapters. What color of pants was the Goomba King wearing?
Oh, fuck.
It's red and white. I had to look that one up because I didn't know. I knew it was white, but I couldn't remember if it was red or blue.
Well, the joke's on him because he should have worn the brown pants.
He was already brown, though. You can't wear brown with brown.
I know.
He says wearing black with black.
I mean... At least they're like the same shade of black, because I have a lot of things that are both black, but they're different shades of black.
Yeah.
And so they don't match even though they're the same color.
Yep.
It drives me absolutely bonkers. Okay.
So yeah, you can get through that door right there, and that will get you up to the roof.
Hello.
And then there is a panel right there that you can grab on.
What game is it that does the A and then the Z for the ground pound, or the L?
There's several. Mario 64 would be the first one, but you're probably thinking Mario Party. Because Mario Party 1, you do that.
I keep doing that, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm trying to do this.
Because remember, Mario Party 1 had a one-player minigame that was literally called Ground Pound. It was only ground pound the posts.
Yeah.
So most of them are that. Mushroom Mix-Up is another one, the one with the colored mushrooms. You had to jump to the right color. That was one where you could ground pound. You didn't have to, but you could.
It's probably just Mario Party, because I don't know that I've played 64 extensively.
Probably not. We got the one that was in Dry Ruins. We don't need to worry about that one. So let's go to Dry Desert. And there's only one in there, because you already gave Colorado the artifact. Mm-hmm. So there is only one other. And that one's easy to find, thank God, because it's on the normal path. Also, you might have a letter for the traveling Noda Mouse whenever you pass him. Maybe. I don't remember. I don't know what letters you have right now, to be fair.
How do I find...
You hit start, and then it should be under items. And, yep, there it is. And then if you, like, highlight them, it'll be like...
Merlin Town, entrance to Forever Forest, and Goomba. I should have... We've already been to all these.
That's why I usually keep Harry in my party, is just if I do end up talking to somebody, then...
I mean, I didn't talk to any of these people.
I know, I was just saying if you do, then you might just have somebody pop up and be like, oh, this is so-and-so, yeah, I've got a letter for you.
Yeah, we already delivered his.
And one of those, I think it's going to be the Goompapa one. I knew that was going to happen. One of them is like a giant trade quest that you don't finish until almost the end of the game, of just like, you give someone a letter and they're like, oh cool, by the way, could you give this letter to so-and-so? And it just like repeats like that for a really long time. Ultimately giving you a badge that's probably not worth the effort. Alright, that cactus right there, the stone cactus, it's right in front of that. Towards the camera, in front. Okay, that's it for Jar Jar Desert, so let's go to Mount Rugged, which is going to be left. Mount Rugged's only got 3, and 2 of them I know you picked up, and 1 of them I know you haven't because it was a ground pound panel, so there's no way we could have gotten it yet. It looks stupid, but this is the fastest way to move. Because there is no, like, rideable Yoshi like there is in Thousand Year Door that you can just ride and immediately be faster.
I mean, I've seen dumber, to be honest, like...
Walking backwards in Ocarina of Time?
Yes. That is, yeah, that's exactly it.
I like that it's stupid, but it genuinely does work.
It actually does, yeah.
Like,
the worst part, probably.
Yeah. It's like, it is very hard to make it to the gate the first time going out into Hyrule Field before it closes if you just walk normally. If you walk backwards, you will easily make it there in time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if you just keep going left, you'll find it. And I think you're going to want to take that slide as well. And then I think it will be a little bit to your right. Yeah, I think it's next to that wall right there. Yep. Cool, that's it for Mount Rugged. You can get back to the warp or take the train, whichever you prefer. And that is it for all the ones we can get right now. So there... Oh, I thought that was Thunder and Lightning. No, it was just that guy again.
Yep.
That gives you an idea of how loud it can get around here. There are 2 other side quests that we can start working on if you want more star pieces. That is up to you. You can also check how many you have after the fight's over. Yeah.
I want 4 experience, goddamn.
Well, you're gonna get more money, so,
Thanks. Appreciate it. That is exactly what I asked for, of course. That is precisely what I needed.
So how many star pieces do you have right now? Out of curiosity. 36, okay. So yeah, if you want to get more, we can do the other ones. Neither of the quests are here, though. You'll still be heading back to the warp, regardless.
I had the worst time fighting those guys, and now I just killed them in 1 hit.
Yep. They're too weak. They're much too weak. Remember, you have to fly over that. I'm surprised there's not one on this spot right here. I feel like this would be a good place to hide one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you sneak up on me again.
If you thought they were obnoxious in Mario Party 5.
Okay. Nope.
Alright, so do you want to do either of the other side quests? One of them is we can grind a couple of the quiz things. There's an easy way to do those to get extra star pieces, and then one of them is doing Koopa Koot favors. We can also deliver those, but you're going to go back to Toad Town anyway.
Yeah.
And two of those are in Toad Town.
Yeah.
And the other one is in Goomba Village, where you'll grind for doing the quizzes, and then you can give the letter to Goompapa while you're there.
I guess let's do that one.
Alright. First and foremost, go ahead and drop off the letter. It's the angry-looking guy with a mustache. I feel like you should never tell somebody you named either their son or daughter after someone. That's a little too creepy.
One of my friends is pregnant, and I had a dream the other night that she was like, "We decided to name her after you," and I was like, "Why would you do that? Why?"
Yeah, no, please don't ever do that.
Absolutely not. Like, what?
Yeah, so this is part of the giant quest, so...
For a toad named Musty.
Mmm, delicious.
Ew.
He hasn't showered in weeks!
Alright.
Alright, so, go ahead and go to the left slightly. Keep going. Yep, there he is.
Whoa!
So after you do the quiz with him, if you hop in the pipe, the warp pipe, and then come back out, he should still be there. But he'll have, like, a different quiz, or a different one. Which one of Mario's battle commands?
Strategies, isn't it?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure there's a guy right here. Yep, it is strategies.
I know things.
You've correctly answered 5. Good news, only 49 more to go. Sorry, 59 more to go.
God. I like it when you just hit down again and makes you jump.
Usually the best way is to jump. So if he's not there, just go to that screen to the left where Mario crashes, and just keep entering and exiting that until he pops up again. It can take a while, but he will show up again.
Do we want to real quick run the other stuff to Toad Town?
You're gonna go back to Toad Town after this is done anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of the questions that this guy will give are relative to the chapters, so that can kind of give you an idea of like how far along you are. So if it says something about like, if you like read through the questions online and be like, oh, these are all about like chapter 7 and I haven't started chapter 7 yet, then you're probably not gonna have him show up until you beat chapter 7. But like later on ones are we'll be talking about like one of them is how many bombs were imprisoned with Bombette at Koopa Bros Fortress.
God.
Yeah, I know. But like that tells you you have to do chapter 1 for that question to appear.
How are y'all doing? How are you doing? You know, anything interesting happening with y'all?
Yeah, if he doesn't show up, it's not the end of the world. We can always just wait till later. Alright, I'd say give it like 5 more passes when he doesn't show up, then he doesn't show up. Watch him show up on the 5th pass. I could also be remembering incorrectly. There might have to be some other like step you have to do, because I remember looking it up, and then someone had been like, oh yeah, if you do this, then he'll show up pretty consistently. Yep. Alright.
Well, that was fun.
Yep. Do you want to do the other side quest? Because it's also next to these warps as well. If you want to do that one. Alright, this one's in Goomba Village. I hope you like doing favors for old men.
Do I need to call the police?
Probably. That house with the red shell on it is the one you want. So thankfully, I do know how many favors this guy will want based on where we are in the game, because his will change depending on how many chapters you've completed as well.
You came at the perfect time, young man. Could you see your way into doing me another favor?
I'm glad you picked that voice for him, because he does this every single time you do a favor for him.
I guess the younger generation isn't so bad after all. Well then, young fella, I usually don't ask for favors, but lately I've been sleeping poorly. I'd love a sleepy sheep to help me catch a little shut-eye. There should be a God.
Sorry, my dentures fell out.
I inhaled weird and there was just smoke coming out from that. There should be a shop in Toad Town that sells them. If it isn't a bother, hurry up and get one. Hey.
Yeah, so we must have done the first one, which is getting him a book from his neighbor, which takes all of no time.
Yeah.
I have no idea if they're going to sell one here. He mentioned that there's one in Toad Town. But you can check, because you're already here. It doesn't matter if you buy it from Toad Town or not. Like, if you have one in your inventory right now, or you could check with the shop and see if you checked one. Because if you checked one, then you could just pull it out, and at that point, you're probably never going to use it for anything else. Nope, no dice.
Hope to see you again. Don't count on it, bucko.
Yeah, I can never decide which one of the ones I like more or less of, like, shops early on having weak items and always having those weak items, and then the later shops are just better always, or if I like having it where they start out with bad items and then, like, the farther along you progress, all the shops upgrade their inventory. You're going completely the wrong way. I don't know.
Definitely. I was looking for a...
You were looking to get back to Toad Town, which is always going to be up. Not that kind of up. That's not the right one either. That leads to that secret that had a star piece in it. Whee!
I believe I've done this. This one?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And thankfully it is the shop that you can access right now. We won't be able to do the last one right now, but that's favor 11.
Here, deliver the letter.
Another lever duly delivered. A postman's job is never done. I mean, sure it is when people stop realizing, or start realizing, hey, why send a letter when you could just send a text?
Right? Alright. Then... visit the shop, and then I'll hit up, what's his face? Yeah.
Yep. You have to go up to it and it'll let you buy it. That item's not worth 10 coins, I'm just saying. I was like, it's probably like 3.
However, will they take every given advantage of you to rip you off?
Yes. You still have that Koopa tea, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, you could have checked it from there, but either way. No, okay.
Why?
Because that's one of the favors in a second, and you actually can't do anything with Tasty because she lost her frying pan.
Yeah.
Even though you don't make tea in a frying pan, I'm pretty fucking sure.
Yeah. I wonder who Booth there is. What? Oh my god. Why are they terrorizing?
Because it's fun! It's fun to cause people misery.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the guy that's literally near the wreckage of the castle.
should we go ahead and run it since we're already...
Yeah, might as well.
around?
I'm kind of intentionally stalling for time so that we don't proper start Chapter 4, since I have to leave in about an hour, and so we're just artificially stalling at this point.
That's fair.
That's not gonna make it go any faster.
I really wish it would.
$14, in case you're curious of how many back and forths there are with this letter side quest. So you gave it to Goompapa, who gave it to Musty, and he told you gave it to Coover, which is the guy that's at the entrance of Goomba Village.
Which I'm about to go back
Yep.
to.
And then after that, in order, it will be Fishmail, Coover, Mr. E, Miss T, Little Mouser, Frankie, Dainty, Red Yoshi Kid, Dainty again, Frosty, and Goompapa. And then you'll get your reward. Do I think
Okay.
badges?
Koopa Town was this one. Okay.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, the badge that you get for doing that one's worth 7 badge points. That was the badge I was thinking of. That guy right there, the one that was on screen. Yep. And the badge you get causes enemies' attacks against Mario to miss more frequently, just in general. And it costs 7 BP. So like I said, getting a reward that's probably, in retrospect, as much work as you do, not worth it.
He's always at the port.
He'll be really easy to spot because he looks really weird.
Alright.
Oh hey, there's that dude again.
Hi. How's it going?
How many windows does the Goomba house in Goomba Village have? Because you totally had that memorized. Hold on. 1. There's 1.
Of course.
I don't feel bad about cheating, because, like, who's gonna remember a detail like that?
No.
In an area that you're in literally twice. The first time going to meet everybody, and the second time going out to talk to the grandpa, and then falling and starting the whole thing. And then you're never gonna go back in there again unless you're doing the Koopa Koot side quest. Which you can also turn in, I guess, since you're here.
Nice stars, you're a veritable hero, Mario. Finally, some peace and quiet, sweet dreams, here I come. Where is your bed? Take this as a small thank you. Oh, you don't have to be so polite. I'm gonna take this. I got a coin. Okay.
Well, most of the time, that's what he will give you is 1 coin.
Did you know that there's a blade room in town? If I remember right, it used to be around the station. It's strictly for members. Obviously, the entrance as well hidden. I bet you can find it, though. Here's a silver credit that will let you play once you're inside the theater. I love how I feel about all that. Back in my heyday, I used to go there and make a lot of money, but I got tired of the hoopla of silver currency wars. But look, make some money.
You will probably not make any money off of that because the games are really, really hard. Like, I don't even bother with them. I really don't.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I only ever succeeded at one of the games once, and I got, like, 3 coins for it. And I was like, yeah, that ain't worth it.
Let's go talk to the fisherman. The fisherman. The fisherman. Let's go talk to the fisherman.
Might help if you check near the water.
Here. Is he actively fishing right now?
Mhm.
Or is it this weird blue stuff?
Yeah, you passed him.
Oh. What the hell was that?
I told you he looked weird.
Blimey, the little wiggle is gone. Why that doesn't hit go? A fish took him, perhaps. Curse me foul luck.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody spell perhaps like that.
Never in my lifetime.
Like, no matter how much they wanted to make somebody sound country by just skipping letters.
And I think he's supposed to sound like a pirate. Shiver me timbers.
I like to think he just changed accents.
Word from Cooper. Everybody's got the fishing boat. Time for a fishing trip. You should run along. No, I'm not running along with God. I've caught exactly 1 fish in my lifetime and swallowed the hook and I cried.
Yep.
I was 12.
And then you didn't even get to eat it either.
Yeah, no, we had to throw it back, and the
And then
guy
it
at
just floated up.
the
Yeah.
camp counselor threw it back and was like, "Yeah, see, it's fine. It's swimming away as it clearly floats belly up." And I'm like, "I've seen Nemo." Damn it, I know what that means.
It means Fishy's not gonna wake up.
Back to Goomba.
Yay! And then I guess you can activate the next quest with what's his face.
Oh yeah, the red house guy.
Yep. Koopa
Where
Coot.
am I going?
Back to the sewers.
I mentally know where I'm going, but I just kind of started off in the wrong direction. And I was questioning not where I'm supposed to be going, but where I was going. Does that make sense?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
I'm like, I'm well aware that this is wrong. What I am doing is not correct. However, I'm not sure why I'm doing what I'm doing. Oh, hey!
Apparently he just wants to hang out here instead of at the village.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better of thinking like maybe we didn't actually have any more questions left yet, but no, we clearly did.
What is the name of the leader of the red and blue Goomba Fortress? Because that's the Goomba King. Right?
Yep. Seeing as the other two we've never even heard of.
Yeah.
I do like Big Goom though.
I like the Dr. Goomba.
I just want to see like a Goomba in a lab coat. That's
Although
way
Dr.
too big for
Goom-
him.
Dr. Goom would be really funny too.
Dr. Goom would be pretty good.
Fantastic Four's main villain is Dr. Doom. Alright. We'll see you again probably in about 5 minutes since you've been hanging out here and
Yeah.
we've just been back and forth. I'm glad he doesn't do his whole spiel whenever we've already delivered a letter to
Yeah,
him.
it does change slightly. Mr. E!
Who lives in the Lizard in front of the Toad House. He wears a turban. Alright, so...
And then you can go back to Koopa Coop.
Coop, coop.
Speaking of slight changes, I got bored while I was at work, and so I replayed the first season of Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And remember how I said whenever we were first playing it, you can go ahead and talk to him, because it's not exactly vital to what we're doing. Though this is one of the funnier favors.
I don't usually ask favors, but I don't suppose you could go... Yeah, okay. He still has a tape. You say the tape. I am so nervous as to what this tape is. This sounds like a dirty film.
I'll let you be the judge of that.
Okay.
Right. Well, that was left, so close.
Because aren't we looking for the dude with the turban?
Oh, I thought you were going to Goompapa first.
I mean, that probably wouldn't really make sense. He's in front of the Toad House.
That definitely ain't the Toad House. Where are you going? He wears a blue turban.
I keep forgetting where the thingamabobber is located in this.
Oh,
I guess that's because in Koopa Town, it's on the farthest side, and then here it's in the middle.
yeah, I guess I don't ever use the Toad House here. Because I'm pretty much here long enough to get the little card thing and do the thing with Mustafa to get the stone, and then I leave.
Okay.
I'll tell the story afterwards, because the whole tape thing is really funny here.
Okay. Granddad.
That's Grandma.
Of course, and I could tell because she's wearing glasses, question mark?
It's because she has the, like, bun. She has her hair tied up in a bun.
Ah. Is Goombario pulling this way? Absolutely not. What?
He'll go get the tape for you, which is conveniently located behind this chair.
I'm so unnerved.
I can't tell you at the moment, my wife is right there.
Fucking yikes.
I don't even know how we watched the tape. There's no TV in that house.
Right?
There's no TV in Koopa Koot's house either, I don't think. Nope. And the radio.
That's it?
Yep. Well, no, there's still more, but you can't do the next one right now.
Mm.
Because you need a cup of Koopa tea, which you'd have to go take to Tasty, which you can't do because she doesn't have the frying pan.
I'm trying to remember how I got the leaf for the tea.
It's in one of the bushes in here. You just, like, examine the bushes, and occasionally they'll have one. But yes, now that the tape has been delivered, one of the slight alterations is whenever we didn't actually stream the first season, for anybody wondering. The second and third ones are up on the archive page, but we never streamed the first one. We just, like, played it for the heck of it. Which, by the way, that first season's gonna be 10 years old next year.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's copyright 2012 whenever I was playing through it.
Yikes.
But when they first were doing the first season, they were going to have, spoiler alert for anybody that's not watched or played it, I said that initially they were going to make Kenny die at the end of season 1, and they had like a lot of audio files to really support that it was pretty clear he wasn't going to make it. And then ultimately they changed their minds to bring him back for season 2. It turns out that in episode 5, when you go back to the house after you're looking for Clementine and after Lee's been bitten, where everybody has to basically take a stand before you go back up in the attic and then make your way across the rooftops right before Ben falls.
Mm-hmm.
if you actually don't fire all your shots when you take a stand, if you only fire 4 bullets, when it gets to the point where Kenny asks Lee, like, do you have any bullets left right before he's about to mercy kill Ben? If you do have one left, he'll actually give a second bullet to Kenny, and so you'll hear 2 shots get fired, and so, in theory, one's supposed to be him killing Ben, mercy killing Ben, and the other's supposed to be him killing himself, but they never took it out of the main game. Because most people used up all their shots while fighting the zombies. Shop owner, Dry ad post. It's not easy staying this beautiful. Sorry, I like purple more than orange. But I probably like orange more than most people. My mom can't stand orange.
I'm warming up to orange.
I think, as far as I know, like, barring colors like baby barf green and just nasty-ass colors that nobody likes, orange is her least favorite color. You just back out of that and he'll...
I'm checking that so I don't accidentally use it.
Ah, that's fair.
Excuse me?
Boo! Called Frankie.
Oh, Frankie. That was it, Frankie. Alright, so I guess we go searching for booze.
We'll check Walmart. They're probably pretty well stocked right now.
So it's actually really interesting. This is probably actually not interesting to anyone other than me, but I found out today, or not today, but like this week, why Walmart doesn't carry any like strong liquor.
People
Right?
kept robbing for it.
Actually, no. It's only in Texas. They're not legally allowed to sell hard liquor in Texas.
That's funny.
Because there's some kind of state law preference to small liquor stores, and so they've banned Walmart from selling hard liquor. They can only sell like the lighter stuff, like anything under like 20%.
Interesting.
And, you know, obviously Walmart is suing them because...
Yeah. Because it's like, yo, we could be making money off this.
Exactly.
Not sure why you're going through the forest when you could just take the wart.
Duh. God. I totally forgot that we'd set up for work, even though we did that maybe an hour ago.
Yeah, well,
Not
and
even an
like,
hour ago.
that's one of the more annoying areas to keep traversing through, so.
So annoying.
It's always a forest, too. Like, we played Ocarina not that long ago, and you've got the Lost Woods area that's like that.
Yeah.
Lost Woods is a little bit easier, though. Yeah, there and to the left. I'd argue Lost Woods is a little bit easier just because the pattern's easier to remember. And, like, it's honestly, you're supposed to listen to the music and just follow the music, but it's easier to just remember the compass directions that you have to go.
Okay, so Frank...
I think he's on the bottom floor of the mansion, I'm pretty sure. I think it might just be that dude right there.
Hi.
Yep, there he is.
Nice. Why are you writing to a Toad Child in Toad Town?
I think, if I remember correctly, the kid actually wrote to him first. Because the kid just likes really spooky things, and so he's like, yeah, we'll just write to the ghosts. And apparently the ghosts wrote back. I actually kind of appreciate the fact that ghosts wrote him back and didn't just like, oh, it's just some stupid kid.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we'll write him back. It's like when a kid writes to a celebrity or something, and it's like, yeah, you know, that's never actually going to get read by them. They're never going to write back. And then once in a very, very blue moon, they actually do write back to them.
Yeah, I follow Misha Collins' Facebook page. He's the angel from Supernatural. And he's over by the train station?
Yep. He's one of the kids by the train station. If you go past the tracks and slightly to the right, he should be there.
And one of the people, like, he made some kind of post, and one of the people commenting on it was like, there's no way that this is actually Misha Collins that's running this page. Like, there's no way that this is actually you. And he commented back like, it is. Nice to meet you. How does he know what their names are?
He's a mailman. Always knows.
Knows all, sees all.
Yeah, so this is as far as you can go, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we have not gotten to the Yoshi Kid area. I believe that's chapter 5. So really, that leaves probably just checking what you can get at Shooting Star Summit. And we can also get the star pieces from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 we can pick up there. Still no one has cleaned this up.
Yep.
Lazy. Alright, so there's one right there. I think yeah, it's after the bridge, not before. Sorry. After the bridge and then down a little bit, like south of where the flowers are. Yeah. Bingo. And if you hop up on that first step right there, there should be one. And then there's one just outside of the house, so if you go back a screen and then take the lower path. It's slightly towards the screen and slightly to the right of where the door is to the house. Only slightly, that's much farther than you need to go.
Excellent.
Alright, so that's all the pieces you can get. Let's go see what you can trade for. I know the most expensive one is 25 pieces, so you can get literally anything you want from there.
I go up here, right?
Yep. It's the younger kid that hangs it up here. Alright, let's see what we got here. Chill Out's not too bad. Pretty Lucky's not too bad. Obviously, I'd recommend Peekaboo. Zap Tap's not bad. I really don't bother with Heart and... Like, I don't bother with Happy Heart and Flower. I don't bother with Heart and Flower Finder. I don't bother with HP Drain. Money is not terrible. Flower Saver's not terrible. Power Plus is pretty good. Obviously, they're the most expensive ones, so it's likely they're the best ones.
I'm definitely gonna get Peekaboo.
3 badge points to use it. And there are enough star pieces ultimately in the game to buy everything, so don't worry about being like, oh, am I gonna have enough to get one later on?
Okay.
Because remember, there's still another, like, 50 to go with the quizzes, so...
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna go with these two for now.
How many star pieces do you have left now? 24. Yeah, so unless you want one of the last two, you can go ahead and buy one more if you want. This is the only thing that star pieces are used for in the game. They don't have any other purpose. If you don't want to use too much and you want to save for one of the 25s, for one of the 225s, I'd say either chill out or yeah.
No, I just can't afford them. Never mind.
I was gonna say, if you're trying to save up for those though, but you still want to get more, I would recommend either chill out or pretty lucky.
I do want that other 25 one that up to your power or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have any available.
No, you can check and see what you have for active badges though. And I'm pretty sure for Chapter 4 you don't really need Spike Shield. And technically First Attack won't be any good in Chapter 4 because it's weaker enemies, but those are going to be, like, Chapter 4 enemies, so it's not going to kill them. And you could also get rid of Speedy Spin if you really want to, but if you just want Peekaboo, then... Unless you wanted to trade it for, like, Double Dip or Deep Focus or something else that's worth 1.
Yeah, because the other one that I want to equip is 2, so I might as well go ahead and leave it on.
Yeah, I would say just leave it on. You could also get Zap Tap if you leveled BP up one more time and then got rid of Speedy Spin, because that would give you 4.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll leave it like that for now. Alright.
And the last thing you could do is, I guess, once you get back to Toad Town, you can sleep at the Toad House and get your star gauge back up to full.
Okay, man. But with that Peekaboo badge, that means that Goomba is completely functionally useless.
Exactly.
Just making sure it's said out loud. For the record.
Yeah, pretty much the only other thing he can do is once you get the ability to upgrade your party members a second time is he gets multi-bonk, which is the power stomp one that you had of like you keep jumping on an enemy until you miss the action command. And if you're good with that, in theory, he could do infinite damage. But
also,
the timing for the A button gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it's like 1 or 2 frames to where you have to do it perfectly. I think the most I've ever gotten out of Goombario is like 10 damage.
And then on top of that, just depending on like if the other person has defense.
Yeah,
or,
that's true.
Anything like that.
That's why I think Goombella is better because she just has like more to her than Goombario does. 834.
I've also decided I'm going to pick one singular fight with something that will give me XP. Because I'm so close to a level up. Because I'm that spiteful.
Have to go kill a fuzzy somewhere. Or a piranha plant, whichever you run into, I guess.
Fight me.
I think you just want to get lost in the forest again.
Give me XP. Fight me.
You literally just ran past an enemy. Bite.
Jump. You bite.
Also, you took off Spike Shield, remember?
Oh, I did forget that. Crap.
Oh well. Since you'll just go back and heal at the Toad Hut anyway, or you'll get the full heal from the level up, it doesn't really matter if you go crazy with your FP or star power or whatever.
Yeah. Wow, him too?
It's Spike Shield for you and your teammate. Bite. Bite. I would say just hammer. Yeah. The best part is you're going to have to get into a fight after this as well, because they're only going to give you 1 point each. So you're going to get 2.
I'm okay with that.
Squeesh. I did tell you.
You did.
I only gave you a heart back. I think that's the one you want to progress. Because there's no more enemies in this spot. But if you take any of the wrong pathways like you just did, and continue to go that way, you're just gonna get kicked right back to where you were.
But it should respawn the enemy, right?
I don't know if it will. It might.
It did.
No, that's the flowers.
Okay.
I think you actually do have to, like, leave Forever Forest in full.
Oh.
I think it's leave an area, not leave a screen. That always seems to vary between RPGs.
Alright.
Something feels wrong about having the fuzzies have more health than the piranha plants.
Hey, I hate it so barely. Okay, I'm going to break from the way that I've been doing things because I'm hungry.
I mean, you could just go backwards, too. Start with badge and then next time flower and then HP. Because you haven't really been hurting on the other two that much compared to the badge points.
Not really. Okay, so I have 3 available. Really like Spike Shield.
I'm just saying you won't need it for Chapter 4 because it's going to be primarily fighting Shy Guys and they don't have spikes on their heads.
That's fair.
It was just convenient that you happened to go to a place that had the piranha plants, which did count as spikes.
I may go ahead and just do the lightning one.
Oh, Zap Tap?
Yeah. Woohoo! Totally worth it.
Yep, that was well worth 5 minutes of my time.
Yep. Hey, you said you wanted to stall. You didn't specify.
I mean, I was gonna go recommend we go play Smash Melee or something since it's sitting right here, but...
I mean, that's a good point, too. Let me find some place to sit first. And then I shall save it. And then I shall keep missing that box. Oh. Okay.
One day!
Okay.
We've done it.
I'm gonna save it. Because I'm trusted. There you go.
You picked up that hat from me and it never even happened to you.
Yes, it doesn't have to happen to you. Like, it really doesn't.
Yeah, that's the horror. Actually, you know what we could do? If I can find it. Since you mentioned we haven't played it that much. Let's boot up Mario 64.
Sure.
Because it's on this Wii, so...
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll change the game title, because I usually forget to do that.
Oops.
it is. I must have hit reset and not Wii menu. Oh well. Alright. Let's try that again once more with feeling. Oh, speaking of Paper Mario, NCS is streaming Super Mario RPG, which is like the spiritual precursor to Paper Mario.
Nice.
I've played this game a lot.
Just a little bit.
I'm pretty sure at least one of those files was just copied from the previous one, though. Alright, alternate stars, I guess?
Sure.
I'll get one, you get one.
Dear Mario.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You go ahead and start off so you can show people how it should be played.
Oh god.
You know how they talk about in like the Olympics, they're like, man, I wish that they threw in just like a random normal ass person.
Just to show like how much above they are against an average, yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Usain Bolt can run pretty fast, but you still have a couple people hot on his heels.
Yeah. And then you're like compared to our person, like, wow, he kicked that guy's ass.
Exactly. Like you compare him to a 40-year-old middle-aged man from North America, and yet he absolutely smokes him. That's this. That is what this is. I am the normal ass person in this metaphor.
Well, the funny part is I actually am not that great at Mario 64. I would say I'm better at 64 than Sunshine, but I'm nowhere near as skilled in this game as I am compared to Mario Galaxy. I like Galaxy as a game way better than this one. Way better.
And Mario Galaxy has fantastic music, it has fantastic graphics.
It also has 11 years on this game. This game's 11 years its senior.
Exactly. But like, oh man, it's incredible. And honestly, like it's so much better. And again, yeah, there's like 11 years, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, it's like how much of that is just truly people being blinded by nostalgia, saying that like, oh, no other Mario game can ever compete with this one. It's like, well, you did grow up with it. Like, you know this one way better than you do all the newer ones where you like play it, you know, once or twice. But when you're a kid and can't afford video games, it's like, no, you would play this game constantly. It did not matter how many times you beat it. It was like, it was either play this or don't play anything. And so you would just play this over and over again.
Exactly.
I will say this does have stuff I like about it more than some of the newer ones, because that's actually not the first power star in the game, as you'll find out right here. Because it wasn't the first on the list. It's just, you can get them out of order, which I like. Not necessarily, some of them you do have to do first, like this one you pretty much do have to do the big bomb fight now, because doing later stars will change the course appearance. So I do like that, it's just... I also do very much prefer... One of the things I do like about Odyssey quite a bit is that after you get a star, it doesn't force you to exit the level. So, like, you can get as many stars as possible. You can pick up 5 or 6 or whatever in an area and just keep going. Which is weird, because it almost makes the stars feel like a different type of collectible. Rather than ending the level, it's like, okay, we'll just keep going then. I'll just go ahead and tell you now, you're not going to be able to get all the red coins without the cannons on. There's one of them that you can't reach. Yeah. So for the record, obviously A is jump, analog stick is move, B is attack, L is to change the camera. If you hold down Z while running and then hit A, you'll do a long jump. And I think that's largely about it. Most of the stuff that you have in Galaxy, you have in this game. The buttons might be different, but the controls are still the same. You can get out of that by jumping. Most animations, if you need to get out of them for whatever reason, you can usually get out of them by jumping. That's not how you open the can. Like, it literally won't be open on this level until you kill the big bomb on. That's what I meant by, like, some of them are just locked out of... There should be a warp there, I think. If you stand in that thing of grass and you just don't move, it should warp you. There are a couple of hidden ones, but I don't know them all, to be perfectly honest with you. I know where, like, key ones are to skip things, but that's about it. And I think even then, whenever I was watching Normal Boots do their ranked video where they do tier maker lists, and they did one for all the worlds in this game, I think there was one that John mentioned that they showed that I was like, yeah, I had no clue that one even existed.
Ouch. Ouch. The controls are much... But I have played on this. I've played on the Switch, and the controls are not this funky.
Yeah, it's probably because, bear in mind, like, the Switch is a proper port. This is just a re-release on a system that was initially with the N64 controller, rather than the GameCube, so it might just feel wonky by comparison. How far did you get when playing the Switch version of this?
Not very.
I was about to say, because you're showing me you remember how to fight King Bomb. Those aren't going to do anything by pounding them in, by the way.
They're not?
If you run around them in a circle enough times, they'll give you coins, but you can't... You can get the 100 coins like this, but it's extremely difficult to do without the cannons.
Alright.
Because despite being the first world in the game, oddly enough, you actually have to... Like, barring being able to do crazy super plays, you actually do have to come back here after getting the wing cap unlocked. Which you need 10 stars to do. I believe it's this world and world 3 and 5. It's all the odd ones up until world 7. You have to come back after getting an item, the wing cap, the vanish cap, or the metal cap. I know you can do 3 without it, but it's not easy. I guess now that I think about it, with the recording setup that I have now, granted it's not set up as it needs to be, it would be possible to do a race to see if I can beat this game, Sunshine, and Galaxy in the time it takes you to beat Galaxy. I don't know, that's 3 games. Like, that's a lot. Granted, it would be beating them, not 100%ing them, but also not, like, doing the endless staircase glitch or anything like that. Because if this game's supposed to be, at bare minimum, it takes 70 stars to beat. But if you can glitch it correctly, you can do, like, 0-star runs, 1-star runs, 10-star runs.
There's no way to control this camera.
No, there's really not. You kind of just have to get used to it.
And you know me, my middle name is Adaptability.
That must have been a nightmare to have to deal with when learning how to spell your full name.
Yeah.
You're still going the wrong way.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
You're supposed to go to the top of the summit. It means the top of the mountain.
I got that. It I found it.
Yeah, you were going the right way and then you slid down the hill. You're supposed to keep going up the mountain. This game has like a weird fascination with making players get to the top of the mountain. You have to do it in this stage a couple times. You have to do it in stage 2 a couple times. You have to do it in Tall Mountain, stage 12 a couple times. It really likes making people go to the top of the mountain.
You gotta carry Madame Zorni up the mountain.
It's not technically a mountain, but World 10 you have to do it. Which is ironically enough probably the hardest star, for at least for me personally, to get in that stage.
And then I just push him off the mountain.
No, that's actually what you're not supposed to do, is if you throw him off the mountain, it doesn't count as damage against him. And he'll even say, like, you're not supposed to throw the king out of the ring.
That's dumb.
Yep, you'd have to pick him up and throw him. In fact, that was the reason that Chugga Conroy never beat this game as a kid. Because he wouldn't read that he wasn't supposed to do it, and so he just couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. And eventually got fed up with it and just didn't play it. That might have been Josh Jepson, but, like, either way, that's still dumb that, like...
Off the mountain, please.
Nope, it's B.
Hang on. Out.
Yeah, the thing is when you go behind him, like, whenever you stop moving, you slide a little bit, and so you kind of want to prematurely stop. 3. You do want him to start moving, though, otherwise he'll just, like, he has a 1-to-1 turn ratio with you, so you actually do want to stop moving and let him start walking. And now you'll be able to get behind him. They make it so you can't, quote-unquote, stun lock him of just, like, throw him and then get behind him before he even stands up and just do it again over and over. I mean, the fight's still easy either way, but... Also, I'm glad it gives you a hint on how to kill Bowser after the first normal star in the game.
Yep.
Here we go!
I love, too, that it has that little camera thing in the bottom right-hand corner, and it's like, oh, this is who's filming you, as if you have any control over how the camera is angled.
You can get one other thing, which is putting the camera directly behind you like this all the time. I think I'll stick to how it is normally, thanks. Yep, I told you have to go up the mountain a couple times.
You're racing.
Yep. The only difference is I'm not going to take a nap halfway through and lose as a result.
It added another one of those.
There is one slight difference to doing this versus King Bomb other than the actual fight, and that's that you can't use the cannons of the warp, so he'll call you a cheater and you won't get the star from him. Like, if you stand in there, it'll warp you up to the top, so it won't let you do that. You can unlock the cannons after, or during this mission, but again, I'll just call you a cheater for using it. It's not like it's that big a deal, like, you get more than enough time to beat him to the top. Like, we're gonna be sitting here for another half minute waiting for him to get here.
Unfortunate.
That's not even, like, close to a record time, either.
And we'll just be here.
Yep. You do have to race him another time in World 13, but he actually puts up a really good fight in that one. Like, even racing him really quickly, he'll be probably like 2 seconds behind you. Which is much better than this.
Yeah. Oh, I was playing Mario Galaxy on the Switch the other day. And you know the race comics that I had so much trouble with?
Yeah. Well, which ones? The cosmic races or like the ones where you're on a time limit?
The cosmic ones,
okay.
Where you're having to race against yourself.
Yeah.
They were so much easier. I don't know why.
It felt like whenever I replayed through them and that they were easier as well. I wonder if they made it a little bit easier. I'm really quickly just going to unlock the cannon straight up, because you do need it for this one. And it unlocks all the cannons. It just shows this one, but all the cannons on the map get unlocked when you talk to them.
Nice.
So for the record, you are aiming for that island right there. Not with this cannon. I would recommend the one that's over there.
Okay.
But that's where you're headed.
Alright. That cannon up there with the fire in the distance.
Yeah, for anybody that can't hear it, there's a fire truck slash ambulance slash police siren going off. Or some combination of the three.
This thing?
Yep. Usually the best way I found is to just like hold the cannon straight up, like shoot as straight up as it will let you go, and you'll usually land on the island, provided that you're aimed at it.
Okay, so aimed at it.
And then just go as high as you can, and then hit A. It doesn't look like it will work, but it will. That's usually the best way for that I've found to consistently land where I want to.
Okay. Alright. Thank you, bud. Good lord.
Here we go!
Alright, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can do... Actually, I'm not going to, because one of them we need the wing cap for, and I usually try to do the 8 red coins and 100 coins at the same time. Because, like, you're already picking up 16 of those 100 coins by doing that, so, like, you might as well. So I'll wait until we get 10 stars, so we'll just do Womp's Fortress for now. Which is probably a better stage anyway, in my mind. It's not my favorite in the game, but I like it more than Bomb on Battlefield.
I feel like the jumps are ridiculous in this game.
They are. They're
Like...
stupid powerful if used the right way. Where it's just like, oh, I need to get up this wall. Done. I'll be nice and not make you fight the boss here, even though the boss is not hard at all.
Appreciate it.
He's actually really easy to glitch as well. That's not what I wanted to do.
That's not good.
Alright, well, change my mind. I'm going for a different star, because it'll take less time to do this. You're supposed to use a cannon to get to the star, but you can also just do that. And that's
Again, the jumps are stupid.
Well, see, wall jumping's really hard in this game, especially compared to like Sunshine and Galaxy, where they got the controls down way more. But if used the right way, it's really good. You can do some really stupid stuff with it. So yeah, like with King Bomb, it's just get to the top. That's where the boss is. I forgot there was even a metal cap in this stage. I don't think I ever used it. There's no reason to. Squish. Yeah, the Piranha Plant is invincible when it's awake. You can only kill it while you're asleep, or alternatively, you can just run past him.
Rats.
You can't just walk up the side of a wall, sorry.
I was trying to jump over it.
I say that, you probably could walk up the side of at least some of these walls. This is a pretty busted... Like, this game's fun, but it is an absolute broken mess of a game. I mean, it's like... It's, you know, 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound sack. Like, it's just a mess. Yeah, if you want to kill that guy, just walk and don't run up to him, and then punch him whenever you're close enough and he'll die. B. You can walk along that. It doesn't look like you can, but you can totally walk along that. He'll kind of sidle across, too. Yeah, you do have to walk up to him, not run to him, because he was invincible while he's awake.
Oh, God.
Of course, now you already passed him, so at this point you might as well just wait for that platform to come back.
I know. I'm waiting.
I tried to jump it because I got too greedy.
How did I miss it? It was right there. Give me some good points.
Probably depth perception, which is like... For me, the hardest thing to do in this game is to get the camera to cooperate, and then depth perception is probably the second hardest obstacle.
And it's interesting how much those are combined.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to have any depth perception when half the time you can't see where you're jumping. I don't think there's any particular enemy in the game that I would consider difficult, except maybe the final fight with Bowser. And that's only because the last hit you actually do have to aim decently well with throwing him, which is kind of difficult to do. Yeah, that's, if you're gonna get him, you have to walk up to him.
Try to jump over.
If you double jump on the very bottom of that, you might be able to grab it, like from right there. In the pit. Do we want to trade off on lives now that I think about it?
That's probably wise.
And I'm sure I will inevitably screw up at some point. I'm pretty sure when I did like the playthrough of this, I've screwed up at least a couple times. I don't remember ever being able to do this correctly, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, you can also skip a bunch of shit like that.
That's the dumbest motherfucking thing.
Like I said, this game is a broken mess, and this is also a good example, is because what you're supposed to do, like with a normal Womp, is whenever he lands, you're just supposed to avoid him, and then just ground pound him, and you do that 3 times. The thing is, you can go through him, like that.
Oh my god.
So, like, this game is broken. Remember, this is like one of the first games that used 3D modeling, and it shows. You cannot do that in Mario Galaxy 2, by the way, because they bring the stage back, and it doesn't work there, thankfully.
I'm sure, yeah. Mario Galaxy specifically put it in there that you can't do that just to fuck with everyone that does do it. It's like, ah, you're that kind of person.
Yep, sure am.
Okay. To the top of the fortress, I presume.
Yep, exact same thing, except the Womp King's not there. There's an additional platforming segment, but that's about the only difference.
Ah yes, platforming, my favorite kind of segment.
What is your favorite segment of a Mario game?
The friends we made along the way, I don't know.
Ah, so me carrying you through in multiplayer,
Yes.
got it. Sometimes quite literally in the case of Mario Bros. Wii.
Yes. Rude. Okay.
That'll work. Somebody that's watching this with no audio is like, why did this guy go from, like, really good to just sucking all of a sudden? It's like, he just did, like, a flawless run of a boss and then just, like, made a really simple mistake.
Ow.
Really, that's speedrunning in a nutshell, isn't it? That's wall jump. I didn't even know you could wall jump off that. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do the side hop I did, which is whenever you're running in one direction, if you change and go the opposite direction, you'll slide for a second, and then you hit A while you're doing that slide. That's how he hops back up like that.
Okay. I'm just gonna go right here.
I was gonna say, if you want to make really sure you don't fall, if you hold L and then move, you can actually just crawl. Like, you can literally crawl across everything. There's a couple points in the game that I actually use that 100%ing. There you go, nice. And you're about to where I skipped all that section. This is where it drops you off.
You can probably jump through those guys too, right?
Oh yeah, you can. It's just they don't drop anything other than coins. They're good for helping with 100 coin star, but that's about all. Alright, I know one of the walls that you're standing next to, that white thing, is fake, and if you punch it, it'll give you a 1-up. I just don't remember which wall it is.
Oh god.
A bullet bill! I hope you enjoyed that because it's the only time he'll show up in the entire game.
Of course.
There it is.
There it is.
That was one that I didn't know about until semi-recently. There was one that somebody found actually pretty recently, like a couple years ago, pretty recently. That's just like at the bottom of a world that they found by like essentially opening up the map to where you can free explore it completely. Like infinite flight, infinite health, you can't die in any way, shape, or form, and they just found it at the bottom of the world. And it's like, well, there's no way you could get to this, but it's here. Yeah, no, you can't just walk from one platform to the other. They actually do make you jump. See, this is kind of tempting me to play this game again in full. See, I'd much rather do 100% of this than Mario Sunshine. It's just those blue coins. If it wasn't for the blue coins, I might almost say, the 100 coins would still sandbag it too much for me. I would almost say I'd rather 100% Sunshine than 64. Yay! We made it to the top of the tower.
That should not have been
Is it
as complicated as I made it. But I did, and that's what matters.
Our coins in the floating aisle. Well, in that case, let's just go and do the 100 coins as well.
You have to get 100 coins on this level specifically?
Mm-hmm. This is actually one of the easier levels to do it. You have to do that on all levels, though. 100 coin star is a thing in all levels. I mean, we're already a third of the way there. You have to get, like, uncomfortably close to these guys.
All the way over.
That's the one thing I consistently have problems with, is, like, very rarely am I able to talk to the bomb on the first try without punching him in the face.
Like, hey, come here! Get wrecked.
Let's go for these, and if I get that last one, I do. If not, whatever. Cool. So the biggest thing that helps you get the 100 coins are these switches right here, which give you 5 for each.
Nice.
In fact, in some stages, in one in particular, they have one of those, and if you miss one of those blue coins, you can't get 100 coins, because there's 104 in the stage. So if you miss one, you're at 99 at very max.
That is...
Unfortunately, that happens to be stage 3 of 15.
Good lord.
Stage 3 is not hard, thankfully, but like that still sucks. It's both of the water levels that are like that, oddly enough. The other one's like... It's got more, but it's not that much more. I think it's like 109, which is still pretty close margin. Bitch!
Smack.
Wake up! I do not care about that one up. Yeah, see, not hard to get 100 coins here.
Did you get on the right one?
Nope, not yet. But thankfully it does not kick you out of the level for getting 100 coin stars.
Oh, nice.
Which cannot be said the same for Mario Sunshine, because it will boot you out of a stage for getting that.
Say it's a goddamn shame.
I usually don't walk most of these, but like I just don't like the camera angles on a lot of these. Let's just start on there, so let's go get it!
It also makes sense that it does fall damage.
Yeah, you can actually completely break fall damage in a lot of spots. If you ground pound right before you hit the ground, it will completely mitigate the fall damage.
Of course.
Because by flipping and then landing on your butt, apparently that stops it.
That's how that works in real life, you know?
Yeah, clearly. I would recommend not doing that shine, doing that star, and doing a different one, which is going to the cannon that I unlocked.
Alright.
Which is to your left.
Yes.
If you can get up the wall there.
And
I'm pretty sure double jump can make it. I thought it could. I think you have to hold the button down, but... Yep, there we go.
it just didn't like the other 17 ways that I pressed it.
I mean, it really wants you to hold the button down, like, big time. So this is one that was, like, one of the last stars I found when playing the game, is if you aim to the right, and see that corner of the stone right there? The one that's farther away from you? If you hit that corner...
That?
Yeah, you're gonna want to go a little bit higher than that. Like, right about there.
Okay.
Yep. Then you just go and get the star. You can shoot to it with a it's on that corner that you just blew up.
Oh.
You can shoot to it with a cannon, but if you miss, you're probably gonna die. It's not like the hardest shot in the game to make with a cannon, but it's one I never bothered doing. Because if you miss, you will sail off into the blue yonder. Yeah, because you can't land on the platform or ground pound midair, like you'd have to hit the star itself.
Son of a... You know, I'm just...
And then fall. No, you survived it.
Somehow. I really thought that button.
They have weird hitboxes in the game, like the Womps in particular have really weird ones. Or the Thwomps, rather. I always get the two mixed up, but like, I mean, they both have weird hitboxes, so... Most things in this game do.
Oh, no!
Yeah, if you're holding on a ledge like that, you want to press the direction that Mario's gloves are facing to make him pull himself back up. If you push any other button, he'll fall.
Wait, what?
Like, if you're grabbing onto something, you have to pull yourself up. You can't just, like, hit A and jump or anything like that. He'll fall.
Mamma mia!
Alright. I'll do Caged Island, though, because Caged Island is awful because of the camera.
That was... You saw that too, right?
So what?
Him going just straight through all the leaves.
Oh yeah, no, he always does that. That ain't nothing new. Yeah, camera-wise, that one's not fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
If the camera worked as it should, that would be the easiest star in the game. If not one of, like, the top 10 easiest ones.
However, it does not.
Yeah. The key I found for that one is to, essentially, like, move the owl towards you, because it pushes the camera back, and so when you turn around, there's more area that you can see. Well, my turn again.
God.
What's even left in... Oh, okay, so it's just blast away the wall. Unless I'm forgetting one. I think it's 7 per world, including the 100 coins. Hear that chihuahua again. I'm not even sure it's a chihuahua, but it sure sounds like one. Whee! Oh, you can hit L. I was using Z the whole time to long jump. Oh, man. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Now I know why it didn't feel right, because I was using a button that I don't normally use.
Don't worry about how he's standing there.
I have that tiny slide between where the top of that is and that, I have missed the star because it just shot me in a completely different direction before.
God.
So now I'm just completely and utterly paranoid about not doing it. There's not technically a star, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this just to activate wing cap. I mean, there is a star in here, but I ain't getting it right now. This is like one of the hardest ones for me to do because the wing cap is so hard to control. Think like the red star in Galaxy, but about 30 times harder. And bear in mind, in that one, there's motion controls. Okay, A red coin. Yeah, you can do A red coins now. All you needed was the cannon unlocked to do that.
Alright.
Because there's one of them is on the island that you shot to get the other one that was in the box. That was why you couldn't get them earlier. Is because you cannot reach that one coin without a cannon. To my knowledge, you might be able to, but as far as I'm aware, you cannot. There you go.
Flattened myself, which is what's worth.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not the first time Mario's getting crushed by something. It won't be the last either.
Okay.
I will say one upside to this game over Galaxy is getting crushed by something isn't an insta-kill in this game. I'm very sure I've gotten killed in Galaxy more by insta-kills than I have actual enemies. So like, falling into the poison water / quicksand, getting crushed. What are some of the other ways you can insta-kill die in Galaxy? Those are like the big 3 that come to mind.
Yeah, just black holes.
Well, that's just falling off the stage. I guess that is an insta-kill, but I kind of treat that as its own entity altogether. You can just keep running up that hill, by the way. It's just jumping. Yeah, jumping is what stops the momentum completely. As long as you are holding the direction to go up the hill, you can keep going up there. It will be slow, but you can do it. As long as you're not jumping. Jumping is what kills your momentum.
Okay.
Like, you can technically go to the top of the hill and slide down, but then if you miss the coin, you have to go back up the hill again, so I find just running it to be easier.
Okay.
That reminds me of one of the characters from Battle for Dream Island that makes a noise similar to that whenever they talk.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, there's none at the top of the hill.
There's none at the top of the hill?
Not at the very top. There's one on that island right there. That's as high as you have to go, though. The cannon's on the opposite side.
Cannon's on the opposite side.
Yeah, if you walk across that board, there's one right there.
Okay.
I usually just find it best to aim for the tree on the island. Because he'll grab the tree. If he hits the tree in midair, he'll grab it.
Ouch.
That works. Flip through that wall.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. Are there any others? Oh.
I don't think there's any in the sky, no. There's a different star you can get by doing the cannon wing cap thing, but it's not red coins. There's 2 that are over by the poles that you tried to ground pound the last time you were here. That's still going to be a star, and if you grab it, it will end the level. And then the last one's over by that as well. You didn't want to see what you were doing, did you? Yeah, the camera doesn't like it when you go really long distances like that. Mark, mark. So yeah, it's across that plank and to your left. There's 6 and 7 should be there as well. And then the 8th one is if you go up there, and then about to where the second flower bush is, there should be a pathway that goes down, and then that's where the last one is. Oh, and there's one up there too.
Thanks for showing me the wall. Hi! Hey, buddy! How's it going?
Don't worry, he blew up. It's fine.
Where did it put the star?
It was back where coins 6 and 7 were that you picked up.
Okay.
If you ever see like that black rotating star on the ground, that's basically telling you this is where the star for the 8 red coins is going to appear when you grab them all.
Ah.
I think, for me, personally, that's why I think one of the reasons that you don't exit the level for the 100 coin star is because they can't do a fixed cinematic because there's no guarantee where you'll pick up the 100th coin. Every other one is in a set spot. Even when you kill a boss, even if they're like on the edge, it moves the star back to the center of the arena. That's the only thing I can think of that would possibly be like, oh, this is why it's set up this way. Links the Sky, this would be a good time to do the 100 coins. This is probably one of the few examples where it's better to do the 100 coins not in the 8 red coins, because Winks to the Sky is easily the hardest one in this level. Give me that coin!
Give me your money! We want money!
Hi.
So you're just gonna pick a fight with the guns and everything?
Yep. Just like real life. Over the camera. Thanks. You ever jumped and glomped somebody so hard you just started hearing a ticking noise that was a countdown timer?
I can honestly say no. That has not been something I've experienced in my lifetime.
Glomping or being glomped?
Yes.
Good. There's a reason that that's banned at most conventions you go to, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's not safe. I know John has told this story a couple times on his YouTube and on his live streams. Whenever he was really younger, when he was like about 16, 17, 18, he would cosplay at conventions, and he would be Dante from Devil May Cry, which requires like a giant coat, like one of the big full coats that weighs a ton.
Yeah.
And so one time, as a result, whenever you're wearing that, you can't really feel if anybody does something, like puts a glomp me sign on your back, which yes, someone did do. And so he was playing cosplay chess, which is just chess, but it's kind of like Harry, Ron, and Hermione in the first movie. Like, you are the actual pieces yourself.
Yeah.
And somebody just came out of nowhere and tackle-hugged him. The problem is they not only knocked him over, it also caused him to, like, fall into an 8-year-old kid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so, like, of course, security goes chasing after them, and he's more worried, like, oh shit, kid, are you okay?
Yeah.
As you would be. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons that glomping is not allowed at most conventions. Because shit like that will happen, and people will fall and get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to save those coins for the end, because I don't want to have to... One of the problems with getting the coins here is you can do it when you get the wing cap. You really don't want to collect your 100th coin in midair. Because that star will appear in midair, and then you'll have to go and get that. So we'll just leave those there for the time being. Yeah, this one's not really hard either. I think Womp's Fortress is easier just because it's less time-consuming. But I don't think either of these are hard, per se. The easiest ones to do in terms of time have to be the worlds with the slides in them. Because you can get those done, like, you can go into that slide with less than 10 coins and come out with, like, 70 or 80. Yep, very. The red coins are worth 2, so they're kind of worth picking up. Unless they're just, like, really out of the way or not safe. Since this is one of the few worlds that it's... outside of glitching, it's not possible to fall out of the world. You could fall to your death, but you can't, like, fall out of bounds. As long as I've got like 76 by the time I'm done with this, then I should be fine. Where is... It's behind the tree, isn't it? Yeah, sure enough. I was like, there's one spot I can't see. That must be where it is. Yeah, so this is one of the maps where there's 5 secrets, quote-unquote, where you have to hit certain spots, and it's the coins in the middle of the rings. And I missed several of them right there, so now I get to fly around and do it again. Oddly enough, as somebody mentioned that I had no idea, it lasts as long as the song rotates 3 times in the background and stuff.
Like, on the one hand, kind of understandable, but on the other hand, all this.
It is, yeah. Because they do not give you much warning. It's like the wings on Mario's cap will start to flash for like maybe a few seconds, but that's all the time they give you. Alright, fine, get over here. I was gonna leave you alone, but if you're gonna get in the way.
And I get the 1 wonderful star. And the 2 wonderful stars.
Yeah, I absolutely hit that Goomba. It's not like he was way out of bounds for my hitbox.
Hitbox, what's that?
The upside for doing the 100 coins is it also gives you 2 extra lives in the world and out if you finish with an actual star.
Nice. Behold. I have obtained stars.
Technically we have enough to go fight the first round of Bowser now, but I'd like doing the stages. I don't mind the Bowser courses, but like, the stages are more fun to me.
Yeah.
Probably because there's more in them, but that makes sense, so... As a side note, if you run low on health at any point, if you just go to the surface of water that's deep enough for Mario to swim in, he'll completely regain his health.
Weird.
In Mario Sunshine, they have an air meter rather than just your health bar because it drains your health rather than your air. And so, because they're linked together, it's like it's almost impossible outside of drowning to die in this stage.
Oh no. Okay. No, I just ran out of time.
know you can make that one with the double jump. I remember that one very clearly.
And I've made it twice previously. For whatever reason.
Yeah, it's you hit A right when you hit the ground after you're landing from your first jump to do the second one. Oh, this section. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, this doesn't lead to anything right now, so...
Oh.
In the later stage, there will be a ship. It's sunken at the bottom right now, but it will be floating back at the top in later stages. The later stars, rather.
Spectacular.
I think the first star is to make the ship come back up to the surface, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Because what you're supposed to do is if you swim down to the bottom, you can see the ship once you get the camera under the water, and you get within draw distance. There's an eel that's hanging out in the that little hole right there, and all you have to do is swim in front of him. And in the DS version of this game, which I don't recommend you play because I think it's actually worse than this, he'll swim out, but the thing is, there's so much going on the N64, it actually can't register him swimming out, so after he sees you, you have to go back up to the surface, and then that lets him, while he's off camera, swim out of that hole, and then you can go in there and drain the water from the ship. He's probably already seen you, though, so you can just swim back up to the surface now. Before you inevitably run out of health. You don't have to jump, you can just sit there. There you go. There's a very broken thing, though. It's very helpful in other stages that have some water, but not a lot. Yeah, see, he's not in there anymore, so now you can just go in there. Yeah, the hitbox on it's a little weird because it's tiny. I don't remember it being much better than the DS version, to be fair.
No, I had it. Is it gonna want to go back?
No. There's a different star involving him in this stage that he does, but it's not this one. You probably want to go back up before you run out of health. Because it's going to be underwater in there too, unsurprisingly, and so you're still going to keep losing health. Also, mashing it actually is worse than...
No.
It is like a proper breaststroke. You do have to do it with proper timing of swinging the arms to get the fastest speed. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Nice.
Oh.
Alright, so now that you're in here, you need to open the chests in the proper order. I think that one is number 1, but I could be wrong. I honestly do not remember. I know the middle chest is the last one.
Oh, spectacular.
There is a pocket of air, I think, at the very top, if you need it. Also, opening the chests will give you a bubble of air as well. Pretty much if you just swim right into where the lock is, then it'll open. If it's the correct one. But I would focus on getting your air back now, because you're about to die again. It's at the top. Like I said, they give you a little pocket that's up there. Because if I recall correctly, I don't think you can get out of this area without dying, obviously. So they have to give you a way to have some air. It's either going to be that back one or the one to the right. I don't remember which one it is. I'm starting to lean towards the one to the right now, but I'm not sure. Try going for the other one then, since it's right there. I'm starting to think more now. No, it's not. Okay, I had it right initially. Shouldn't have second guessed myself. That's probably the second one, because I'm pretty sure that you go... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So that's going to be the second one then. Okay, there's one. And then it's gonna be the left one.
The one that I tried before.
Yeah. Yep, and then the one directly to your right from there.
Huh?
Yep. And then the center one should be the last one.
Spectacular.
There you go. Now the water's drained from this. And that box that you saw while you're underwater, you can go and hit that now because the water's draining out. Yep, now you get to do a really nasty platforming segment. Because you can only stand on those, like any part of the bottom part of the ship, that's just going to make you slide and fall. Like that. Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to spin, sorry. This ain't no galaxy.
Ugh, I was standing. I used to that.
Yeah, like I said, this is a particularly nasty segment right here. Which is why usually when I hit the last chest, I just book it right for the box. Because you can actually beat the, you can actually beat the full thing.
Hey now.
Do you want me to do this section? To be fair, I haven't done this in a while either. So I don't know if I'm going to be much better. That and the fact we've only got like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think I have to do this. It's gonna take me longer than 4 minutes.
Wasn't as bad as I thought, but it still sucked. Like, those are enough precision jumps that you shouldn't have to be doing that World 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was World 6, yeah, sure, absolutely. That would be reasonable, but it's not, so.
Especially when you consider, like, what age range this was marketed for. I don't know if... Because I know that a lot of the times these were being marketed towards, like, ages 7 to 12, and it's like, I don't know if they have the fine motor control for that.
Probably not. This was also back in the day, though, before, like, the, well, at the time, World Wide Web was so helpful in being like, oh, here's a video walkthrough on how to do this, here's a text walkthrough on how to do this. It was like, the reason those games were $60 back then was because you had to solve everything yourself. So, like, you were absolutely getting your money's worth. Now it's just like, oh, yeah, just jump over here, go do this, get this one up, take this warp, and there's the star. Like, all the tricks have already been found, really.
Although I will say, even with all the tips and tricks or anything, I am probably the prime example for why, even if you know how to do things, that doesn't mean you can do them.
Well, yeah, a lot of it just takes practice, honestly. Like, a lot. It took me ages to get 120 stars the first time, but it also kind of falls under, like, the idea of once you know that you can do it, it becomes infinitely easier. Mm-hmm. Because, like in Harry Potter, you've already done it!
Exactly.
Hooray. In the meantime, let's go raid Tim, and then I need to head to work. Yay! He's pretty decently far into that. Hey, look, there's a trailer for Skyward Sword.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to buy it, but I don't have the time to play it at home. It would just sit there and make me sad.
I ordered mine off of Amazon, so it should be getting in tomorrow. Because I did want to play it really badly. I'd had, like, the urge to play a Zelda game, and I'm like, I don't really feel like Wind Waker, but I do feel like Skyward Sword. But I knew it was coming out in, like, a few weeks, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait a few weeks. That'll be easier. We will see you guys next week for Chapter 4 of Paper Mario.